Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about deaf empowerment, the way forward. In my previous video, we talk about the deaf culture. Okay. In this channel, we'll talk about disability inclusion, empowerment, education, life, and awareness. So let's dive into today's one. We are going to continue this conversation. What's the way forward? As we continue this conversation, it's crucial to emphasize the empowering deaf communities go beyond addressing their immediate challenges. It's about creating sustainable solutions that respect and celebrate their unique identity and culture. And here are some keys we are going to focus on today. Okay? We are going to look at many ways. We look at economic empowerment and employment. Globally, how did people get employed? Globally, what happens there? Because this is where we learn things from them, we get insight from them. If here we are not doing well, you go to countries where they are doing well and be able to learn some knowledge and insight from them. So globally, deaf individuals face barriers to employment only also. Are you serious? But especially in underdeveloped nations like Nigeria, this is often due to stereotypes about their capabilities or the lack of accessible workplaces. What are the solutions? Skill development. Offer vocational training tailored for deaf individuals in areas like technology, arts, and trades. Yes, I can tell you, few organizations have started supporting this community to ensure they learn one or two skills and they can be able to do a whole lot. Many of them are doing so much in tailoring, in making of hair. One of my stylists, I bet you, Cindy, is she's visually impaired. Okay, I say she's visually impaired. How do we communicate? How do we find ourselves? All right, let me throw small light on how I met this lady. I used to do my physiotherapy walking around, so they'll move me around the street. So one of the days, I saw a lady with an emblem of "come and make your hair," and I approached and said, "Oh, are you new in this neighborhood? You make hair?" She was using sign language to let me know she doesn't talk. I said, "Oh, we cannot talk." She now bring out her phone that let us communicate. I said, "Okay." We exchanged numbers, and that's how I started communicating. It's more than 3 years now, and she's still my stylist. She's the person that braids my hair. Any day, and you know one thing with this lady, I give it to her. She's punctual. She's productive. If I tell her that I want to make my hair by 9, by 8:55, she's on my gate calling me. Immediately she calls. I tell my carer, I tell anybody, go, Cindy is outside. They always shocked. I say, yes, she just called me. I say, calling me means I'm around. And they'll go and open the door. She's there. So that's part of technology, and that's also good that she learned at scale. And with that skill, she now went higher institutions. And presently now, she's one of the polytechnic in Niger State. And I'm very proud of the woman she is and the woman she's turning into. So this is also entrepreneurship support, with people that are doing businesses, markets, art, anything. We provide microloans or grant to deaf entrepreneurs. These are very important that if we can be able to do this. And this is what globally they are doing. But here in Nigeria, I don't know where they give loans to person with disability. They in inclusive workplaces encourage companies to hire deaf employees by offering tax incentive and creating inclusive environment. That's globally. In as much as they face some challenges, they are still able to make it inclusive for person with disability, with impairment in hearing, or encourage a deaf individual. Then the second part is representation in media and arts. Representation matters globally. Deaf artists, actors, and storytellers are bridging barriers. Why films like Coda and performance by deaf artists gaining international acclaim? Yes, this is the guy I was thinking about. The name Coda is a very good word musicians, and he's performing very well. But apart from global view, how do we tailor it down to Nigeria? Are we learning something from the global view to improve our system? Then we'll look at in Nigeria and underdeveloped regions. Establish platform for deaf creators to showcase their work in music, fashion, and film. This will be another good environment for us to source for talents. So that will be very, very, very good. Like I just said, the person that braids my hair is person that's what is hard in hearing or has the hearing impairment. With this person is developing, is doing well. Then advocate for more sign language interpreters in mainstream media, especially in news broadcasts and entertainment. I know before now in Nigeria we don't have people interpreting in our news, and some states, some radio stations and television now have sign language interpreters. And now whenever there is a program of person with disability, you see that they have a sign language interpreter. It's so key, it's so important, so that they feel what not they feel so that our environment will be inclusive. Not there is no feeling here, it should be inclusive. They should know what the subject matter is all about. They can communicate to us and we can communicate to them as well. Then celebrate International Deaf Awareness Week with cultural festivals and showcases. I know that every disability cluster or every form of disability always have their international day. So it's also very key that we can celebrate International Deaf Awareness Week with insight with cultural festivities and showcases. Then another part we're going to look into is advocacy and leadership. The global deaf community has benefited significantly from strong advocacy leaders who push for systemic change. In Nigeria and other developed nations, there is need to nurture local leaders who can champion the cause. One of the former executive secretary to National Commission for Persons with Disability in Nigeria, James Lalo, he is a person that has a hearing impairment, in quote, deaf. He was able to carry out his duties. He was the executive secretary, the first executive secretary of that commission. So you can see with this we are promoting leadership. So invest in mentorship program that connect deaf youth with role models in advocacy, business, and the arts. So what we're trying to say here is that there is good for mentorship. There's lots of sensitization. In the disability world or in any other place, you cannot be tired of advocacy and desensitization. Why? Because disability happens every day. You have new people joining this community every day and every minute. So you keep on sensitizing, you keep on bringing them up to light, and also encourage deaf individuals to run for political offices where they can influence policy directly. For the Commission of Persons with Disability, I'll be encouraging everybody to be a political awareness person. Come and participate in politics. Come and make that change. Come and join the voice that can create that change that you want. Then the next point is technology as a game changer. I can tell you so much. Technology has been a saving grace for every forms of person with disability. I hear for one. Technology awareness is so key. Technology has bridged the gap between the deaf community and the broader society so well. With phone, she would type, like for example, the lady that braids my hair, that makes my hair. What style do you want? I will type through the phone, this is what I want. I can send the pictures, I can give her the ideas, but through the phone, she can read. The only thing is that she's what? Hearing impaired. Okay? So technology has done a great lot. They are in business, they're in everywhere. With technology, they can do a whole lot. So global innovations, apps like Sign All are making communication between hearing and deaf people easier. Real-time captioning technology are becoming widely available. Opportunities in Nigeria. Do we have opportunities for these deaf community people or these hearing impaired people? Yes. One of the opportunities is that we developed affordable, locally relevant solutions such as solar-powered hearing aids and low-cost sign language learning apps. This is wonderful. This is so good to know because it goes a whole long way to help them. Though I don't know how many people that really know how to use it. And another thing, for you to use this hearing impaired, you have to afford it. Okay, so the next one is a partner with international tech companies to introduce advanced accessibility tools like video relay services. It's also very key. This can also be a part of the game changer. Then we're going to look at cultural perspective. Do we have any cultural perspective? Sorry, cultural preservation and education. Cultural preservation and education. Deaf culture thrive when it is recognized, celebrated, and taught to the next generation. This is so true. What we learn today, we have to leave it for the next generation. We have to document. We have to make sure we keep on improving day by day. So when you look at this and look at it in the light of global best practices, countries like Finland and Sweden integrate sign language into public schools, teaching both deaf and hearing students. This is key. This is when we know that we are really getting it right. It's part of this, that everybody know how to use know how to use sign languages. It's very key. Museums and cultural institutions often host art exhibition and history displays. That's a way of inclusion. That's a way of making people know these people exist and they matters. Then we'll also look at Nigeria. What are we going to do in Nigeria? Is to establish more bilingual schools where Nigerian Sign Language and English are both taught. It's very important. I know in Abuja, somewhere in Kuje, they have a sign language school and they have where they teach these things to people. So people or candidates or families that has person that is hard in hearing can go to that school. And I've seen them perform. They sing so well. Even the visually impaired, they sing so well. And the hard in hearing, they sing so well. Students from that school. Then another one is to document and preserve the unique element of Nigerian deaf culture, including local sign language, variation, and oral histories. We cannot do without not documenting, so we can know how far we've gone with improving in what we are looking at. So call to action, what can you do? Because in everything that we are doing, you talk about challenges, talk about complement it with the other countries in the world. One thing that is key to us is that what are we doing? What are we doing? Because who is the government? We're the government. We're the people. Government is us. So what are we going to do to improve? So what I can say we can do is, one, support deaf-owned businesses. Whether in your country or globally, find and support enterprises led by deaf individuals. Like I told you, the lady that makes my hair, Cindy, is a deaf person, is a hearing impaired person. And I enjoyed patronizing her. And I like her work. She's very good in what she does. Then learn sign language. I can tell you now, I'm looking for somebody to come and teach me. The sign language is very key. I know there is a particular church that they made it mandatory that they teach all their church members sign languages. So even learning the basis of your local sign language can create connections and show respect. Yes, because the barrier will be removed. Advocate for policy change. We need to be where our matters are being discussed. We need to look for those people. We need to talk to them about our matters. I need to be part of it and advocate and create our voice and be the policy changers. So push for inclusive policies in your community. If you are in Nigeria, for instance, join or support organizations. Okay? Then again, raise awareness. What I'm doing today is raising an awareness of disability, of different kinds of disability. I'm raising awareness of what hearing impaired people today by this discussion. I'm raising awareness. You know their challenges. You know how you can also support. You know that it can also be that game changer. So you can also do this by, you can do a video, a skit, share your content like this video that amplifies the voices of deaf community. That's what we can do. That's what you can do for me. That's what we can do for the community. That's what we can do for our nations. Okay? So what is my final thought? The deaf community, whether in Nigeria, or the developed nation, or globally, has so much to offer the world. Their perspective, creativity, and resilience enrich societies in countless ways. But it's up to all of us, hearing or deaf, to create space where they can thrive without barriers. Let's celebrate deaf culture, not as a different way of living, but as an integral part of our shared humanity. Together, we can ensure that no one is left behind. Exactly. Like one of the projects President Tinubu assigned is left no one behind. Is under disability communities. So we don't need to leave anybody behind. You don't need to leave the spinal cord injured person behind. You don't need to leave polio person behind. You don't need to leave visually person behind. You don't need to leave cerebral palsy person behind. You don't need to leave albinism person behind. We should not leave anybody behind. Okay? So I will tell you thank you for watching, and if you haven't already subscribed for more insightful discussions like this, let me know in the comments how deaf culture is recognized in your part of the world. Until next time, stay informed and be my ally. Ciao, ciao. Yeah.